Okay, guys, this is my PS3 collection. It is my largest collection at about, let's see, about I think like 117 games roughly, 110, 117. So this is in alphabetical order. Just gonna say a little something about each game, and this might take a while. Gonna try to do this efficiently though. So thanks for tuning in. All right, 50 Cent, Blood on the Sand. Um, what to say about this game? It's just an average first person, or not first person. It's an average third person shooter, and it's just, I don't know. I find it hilarious. I think it's a blast. 50 Cent's music. I think I think his music is okay, and this game is just so ridiculous. It involves him having to steal back his crystal skull or something. I don't even know. And then he winds up fighting terrorists, and it's a blast. Okay, next up, Aliens Colonial Marines. Quite a controversial game. I have played, I think, about 15 minutes of this. I bought it new for $5 just out of curiosity. And yeah, from what I played, it's not very good. I can see why people were so disappointed with this. The Amazing Spider-Man. I'm not a fan of the Amazing Spider-Man movies. I don't think they do the character justice, but this game, it's a blast to play. Sort of does the character justice, and yeah, if you're a Spider-Man fan, I really recommend this game. It's a pretty average open world game, pretty repetitive, but if you ask me, playing as Spider-Man and being able to web swing kind of makes up for a lot of the gameplay flaws. Alright, next up, a game a lot of people really hate. Alone in the Dark. This is Alone in the Dark Inferno because it was released a little bit later than every other version of the game. It's slightly improved. I have a sealed copy of the game as well. And personally, this is one of my all-time favorite games. It's a guilty pleasure for me for sure. I see why a lot of people don't like it. But for some reason, this game really clicked with me. And I have it on 360 as well. The Wii and PS2 versions are garbage, but I love this game on 360 and PS3. Like I said, one of my all-time favorites. Batman Arkham Asylum. I had a standard release copy of this game, and I made the poor choice of selling it, so I picked up this Greatest Hits Game of the Year edition in this horrible, ugly red case with shit all over it. But outstanding game. I don't know why I sold my original copy. One of the best games I've ever played. Huge Batman fanboy, so that might be why I hold it in such high regard. Even though it did get great reviews, I personally consider it one of the best games I've ever played. I hold it up, with the original BioShock. I absolutely loved it. Okay. Batman Arkham City. These copies are both open. They're not sealed or anything. One of my favorite games of all time. I picked up the Game of the Year edition simply because it was on sale, and the sale price I bought this for was cheaper than purchasing all the DLC off the PSN store. So, I'm sure everyone knows how outstanding this game is. One of my favorites of all time. I think I like Asylum a little bit more, but absolutely incredible game. I recommend it to everyone, even if you're not a Batman fan. Now, here's a game I think it's a lot of unnecessary flack. Batman Arkham Origins. Personally, I love this game. Not quite as good as the first two. You can definitely tell it's made by a different studio. It's not quite as jam-packed with, Batman lore and little tidbits to find, but, it's a great story. Arguably a better story than Arkham City and maybe Asylum. It does have better boss fights than both games. Um, and the new voices, I don't mind them. The standout is definitely Troy Baker's the Joker. He nails it. And this game, I would say, understands, or at least shows more of an understanding of the Batman and Joker relationship. And while the story itself is a bit shorter than the last two games, I still absolutely loved this game. Definitely recommend it. I think you can find it for pretty cheap now too, so if you've been holding off on it because of the mixed reviews but enjoyed the first two games, I definitely recommend it. We got Battlefield 3. A lot of people probably scoff at this. I know this should be a PC game, but it's okay on PlayStation 3. I really enjoyed the game. The campaign kind of sucks, but the online is outstanding. Some of the best online you can play, especially on console. Very impressive. Now here's a game that really disappointed me. Beyond Two Souls. I know David Cage games tend to divide a lot of people, but I personally really enjoyed Heavy Rain, and I was really looking forward to this. And I never even finished it. Did not care for it. Okay, again, a game that I, for some reason, got rid of my original copy for. BioShock. I don't think anything really needs to be said about this. One of my all-time favorites, if not my all-time favorite. Absolutely wonderful. Great story. Just perfect game. Next up, we got BioShock 2. I personally loved this game almost as much as I loved the first game. It's a little on the short side. The Big Sisters were a disappointment. In fact, they kind of just flat out lied about that. It's scripted. They don't stalk you. It's not random. It's completely scripted. And it doesn't have the sense of wonder that the first game did. And Jesus, I don't even remember her name. Dr. Sophia Lamb is not as an imposing of a presence as, say, Andrew Ryan. But the story is arguably sharper than the first game, and definitely has a better ending. I did not care for the little CGI, good or evil cutscene you got at the end of the first game. I thought that was pretty anticlimactic. But yeah, great game. If you enjoyed the first, definitely pick it up. Got BioShock Infinite here. Absolutely loved this game. I know a lot of people did not like this game. At least some hardcore fans of the original BioShock I know were disappointed with this, with some of the removal of some of the RPG elements. But I thought the quality of the writing and story and just how detailed and beautiful the world was really pulled it, elevated it above a lot of other games to come out in 2013. And I hold this up there with the first two games. I think it's absolutely outstanding. And we got Borderlands 2. Another case of it was cheaper to just buy the Game of the Year edition on sale than it was for me to buy all the DLC. I actually, this is kind of embarrassing, I own 2 copies of the game and didn't even complete it before I bought the second one. But from what I've played, really enjoy it. Very addicting, a little on the repetitive side. But personally, I love just shooting and looting, It's a blast. Now we got Bulletstorm. I know some people didn't care for this game, and I can see why, but I think it's just so ridiculous and over the top that personally I had a blast with it. Yeah, I'm going to try to speed this up, taking a little too long. Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare. Great game, obviously. Started a huge phenomenon, great online, great single-player campaign, even if it was on the short side. I would still play this game online today if the PS3 servers, weren't so hacked and garbage. The hackers really ruined the game. But outstanding. Like I said, really started a worldwide phenomenon. Got Call of Duty World at War. A lot of my friends personally were really disappointed with the return to World War II. But I really enjoyed this game. One of my favorite Call of Duties. I love the online. I loved the campaign. I thought it was dark and gritty. Yeah, great game. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I still liked the series at this point in time. I really had a blast with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I thought the campaign was awesome. The online was awesome. I think I prestiged in this, a couple times. I never am a big prestiger. I get a little too bored of the games, but I prestiged in this one quite a bit. Really enjoyed it. Again, still enjoying the series at this point. Loved Call of Duty Black Ops. Had a blast with it. Same deal with the other ones. Fun campaign, fun online. Okay. This is where I started to get turned off with the series. I had the limited edition because I saw it at a Game Force, my local Game Force. And the limited edition was only $20 for me to pick up. So, I went with it. But really did not enjoy this game. It managed to somehow look worse than Modern Warfare 2, and seemed to just zap all the fun out of it. And the campaign was okay. That scene with the plane crashing at the beginning was pretty cool. But and it was kind of cool to finally kill that asshole Makarov or whatever his fucking name was. But yeah, did not really enjoy this game. Game. Glad I only paid $20 for it. And then Black Ops 2. Not as bad as Modern Warfare 3. Still kind of just a case of it's the same shit. But it was a cool campaign, admittedly. The online was fun. I liked the Pick 10 system, or whatever it was called. Put a decent amount of time into this. Fun with friends. Very fun with friends. We got Captain America Super Soldier. Not a terrible game. Just kind of like The Amazing Spider-Man. It feels like a poor man's Arkham Asylum. But it's fun. Cool to hit people in the face with your shield. I picked it up for I think about $20 brand new. So if you see it on the cheap and you're a fan of superheroes, why not? And here we got The Club. A really old PS3 game. I thought it was awesome when I was younger. I don't know. When did this come out? Yeah, I don't know. It's old, though. I had a lot of fun with it. Really repetitive and arcadey, but, fun to get a high score. We got Chronicles of Riddick, Assault on Dark Athena. I bought this on the cheap. Really only got it to play Butcher Bay, and admittedly, I have not played it yet. I hear great things about it, though. We got Condemned 2, Bloodshot. Played the first game a very long time ago. Really enjoyed it. I don't have it. Really enjoy this game. Scary, a lot of fun. Fun to beat people up. And yeah, if you're a fan of like survival horror games, I definitely recommend Condemned 2 Bloodshot. Up next, we got Crysis 2. This is a sealed copy. I have played and beat this before. I'm not a huge PC gamer. I got a couple games on my computer. So I was not as outraged with Crysis 2 as some people were. I think the campaign was awesome. I personally enjoyed it more than the first Crysis. Thought, it was more streamlined, more focused, had a better narrative. But yeah, had a lot of fun with this game. Had a lot of fun with the multiplayer. Great game. Crysis 3. This is also sealed. I don't know. I heard this is kind of just the same game as Crysis 2, but with a shorter campaign and a little tweaks to multiplayer. So I'm probably gonna keep this sealed. I think this is the free game on PSN of August, so I'll probably download it and play it. But yeah, gonna keep this sealed. Okay, gonna make it through one more stack, and then probably gonna have to make this video a couple-parter. Going on way too long. Got Conan, very cheap God of War clone. A lot of fun though. I had a blast with this game, especially as a kid. Saving topless women that are chained up as Conan. Getting some XP for that. Always a blast. Oh man, this stack of games is gonna fall over if I'm not careful. The Darkness 2. Played the demo of the first one and really enjoyed it. I can't find a copy of it anywhere, though. Unfortunately, I'll probably have to resort to Amazon, and I try not to do that because something about going to a game store, picking up a game, I really enjoy doing that. But love this game. Super short. I only paid $20 for it. It's a blast, though. I recommend this to anyone. Crazy amount of fun. Then we got Dead Island. Love this game. Can see why some people don't like it. It was a straight up lie. A cheap trick with that initial launch trailer. But even though the game has no sort of emotional weight whatsoever, it's a blast to just lop the limbs off of zombies. Definitely recommend it. Dead Island Riptide, special edition. I don't even remember what came with this for the special edition. I think it's just one of those first release or first wave of the games or special editions. Basically the same game as the first one. I love it. I know some people didn't like it, but if you liked the first Dead Island, yeah, you'll love this one. Weapons don't break as quickly, so that's really nice. One of my all-time favorite games, Dead Space. Love this game. One of my favorite new IPs. Well, not so new anymore, but at the time, this game was crazy. No one really expected anything, and it came out and blew a lot of us survival horror fans, at least me personally, and a couple of my friends out of the water. Love this game. Dead Space 2, in this ugly greatest hits thing, because again, a game I mistakenly sold. A great game, not quite as scary as the first one, but still retained that nice survival horror element, And personally, I didn't mind Isaac Clarke talking. I thought it was kind of cool, and I enjoyed his weird dementia nightmare things. Love that game. Now, this pissed a lot of people off. At first, I was pissed with this game. I played the demo for about 10 minutes and, deleted it. And I was like, what the fuck did they do to Dead Space? But, I bought it one day. I don't even know why I did. I paid full price for it and ended up really liking it. I'd take it as more of a game like, I don't know. I've never played Diablo. I've heard a couple people comparing this to Diablo simply in terms of the fact that it's about the grind. Like, you can just pick any chapter at any time in the game that you've already played, go back with your fully equipped character, and for me it just got about, getting in the grind, getting stuff to make new weapons, making my Isaac more powerful, and I got really hooked on this game. No longer horror whatsoever. There is no trace of any horror in that game, but it's a blast. We got Dishonored. At first when I bought this game, didn't really care for it, but I started a new playthrough because I never even finished my first one, and really like this game. Now I'm actually trying to get through the game without killing anyone, and trying to not get caught as much as I can. And wow, I suck at stealth games, but holy shit, it's hard, man. Hard trying to not kill anyone. We got Doom 3 BFG edition. This is actually a pretty recent pickup for me, and I have not completed it yet. It'll be the first time I've ever played Doom 3, and wow. I know a lot of people didn't like it because it was such a departure from the first two, and some people will call it, it was just a graphical showcase when it came out, a linear first-person shooter to, show off impressive lighting effects, whatever. I think it's awesome. Love this game so far. Another one of my favorite games of all time. Sorry, I seem to keep hitting the camera. Dragon Age Origins. I know a lot of people will probably again scoff at this because it is a game that should be played on PC. But love this game. Love it. Spent so much time with it. I think it's absolutely outstanding. I recommend this to any RPG fan. Dragon Age 2. I heard really mixed things about this, and I saw it brand new for 20 bucks, so I picked it up. I have not completed it, not because I don't like it. I mean, it's good, not nearly as good as the first one. I don't despise this game like a lot of people do, but it's not bad. You know, if you were a fan of the first one and don't mind it being kind of stripped down, because personally I really enjoyed like the characters and the conversations. So for me, just to be in this world again is enough of a reason to play this game. Definitely a step back from the first one, and leaving me a little worried about Inquisition. Now here's a game that took me a long time to get into. I originally played this when my only console was a Xbox 360, and I think about 7th or 8th grade, and I hated this game. Hated it. But I finally gave it a real playthrough about 4 months ago, and wow. Outstanding game. Love it. Absolutely love it. If you're an RPG fan, pick up Fallout 3. Fallout New Vegas. I said I hated Fallout 3, so I never tried this game. I heard it had an awful launch. But from what I've played, I've had no glitches so far, and while I don't think it's as good as Fallout 3, still a great RPG. I've had a lot of fun with it so far. Great atmosphere. I think it's a blast. Okay, guys, I was gonna try to do this all in one video, but this is taking forever. I apologize for going so slow. Hopefully, I can even upload this whole video onto YouTube. I'm gonna have to do this in probably 2 more parts. So yeah, I'll see you guys.